You should probably blur this. Well, at least it's within easy reach. At least it's there if you have a bad race or something, you know? Or if you have a good race. Whatever you want. Oh, yes. Touching the... Oh, that was a big one! Okay, come on. Perfect. Hey guys, Jimmy here, and welcome back to another video. And I have my coffee over here, and we're in the sim rig, which means one thing: it's time to roast more rigs. I really enjoyed making the last video, and you guys seem to enjoy it too. It's always really kind of interesting and cool to get an insight into what you guys are all running at home. And it also means that I get to give this video to the beloved editor Chan, so I can just record bullshit. So here you go, make this into bullshit. And yeah, well, he's alright. 6 out of 10. So last time out, I recorded for about 40 minutes or so on my end, and got through, I'd say, maybe about 10% of the submissions that I got from you guys for your rigs. So this time, instead of looking at the Discord submissions, I'm going to go over to Twitter and have a look at that instead, because my initial post, which will show on screen now, I think has about 170 replies to it, so definitely enough for us to see some more cursed rigs. As always, if you find yourself enjoying the video at any point, I very much appreciate you just tapping that like button. You can subscribe as well. I guess the next goal is to try and get to 750,000 subscribers, 750k. Not too far away from that, so yeah, I guess that's the new goal. But right, time to start the cursing. Right, first things first, Mr. OM Godzilla has got the wooden rig. We're starting off strong, and what I like in this image here is we have the alarm clock on there as well next to the TV, because there's nothing that's, you know, least distracting than a literal alarm clock going off in your face as you're trying to lap a circuit. I think that's a T150, that wheel. I've heard good things about it, although I've never used one before, and given that it's a fairly decent budget, you know, I think that's alright. This fella here has got a Predator, which I've never heard of before, a Predator force feedback wheel. The story is the dad of my brother's girlfriend gave this to us like a week ago, and the wheel is so old the force feedback drivers don't have Windows 10 support. Is that a horn on it there? Is that a built-in horn? I have no idea what that is, but I kind of like it. So here's a fellow man that lives in Darkness, and I'm really liking how he's got his TV as high as he needs it to be. Because one of the things that's really difficult to set up is getting your wheel to be like in a realistic place when you're driving to make it believable. FOV is one of those big things that people will just talk about forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But I really like this setup actually. It looks really nice. You've done a really good job of what you've got there, and of course having the outside camping chair there is a chef's kiss moment. What's this loading time? You see, now we're talking. I love stuff like this so much, man. Who needs to go out and buy a Hissingveld rig when you can have the box and the weights? I feel like when you get into this, you're never going to have the same driving position twice. It's always going to be moving around. This just looks really comfy, if anything else. I'm not interested in this as a sim rig, and more as like a place to take a nap. Look really chilled out. I like this one. Is that a Driving Force GT? I'm not really sure. My knowledge of the older Logitech wheels isn't that great, to be honest, but laptop, and the thing is, you can just about see it's got the laptop set up here, which I assume is just on fire 24/7. But there's also like there's somebody else here like working away. So imagine you're there doing your homework or whatever, and it's this man's next to you, wrestling his reel and shouting at the guys online. I was actually kind of paid to see that. That'd be really fun to watch. Oh my god, what is this? This is a bit of a contrast to the last thing we've seen. My god, this looks amazing. What is this? Track racer. I know they look like sprint pedals to me. I always imagine with button boxes, right, trying to explain it to like maybe a girl you invite around your house, and then you take her into the sim room and she sees, you know, and she sees this, and you have to try and explain to her what what it is. Yes, I've spent £10,000 on a pretend car. I've had that conversation a few times. It never really goes very well. Oh my god. This guys, there's no more RGB left. He's taken it all. There's no more left for any of us. You see, this guy knows what's up. He's got the good content on. Got the prime Jimmy Broadbent YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe, please. For the love of God. But this looks nice and neat and tidy. And look, just up here, he's got the Audi R18 up top here. Isn't that nice to see some tractor appreciation? See, look, the legs. The legs this thing has to support it, to make sure it doesn't fall back too much more. I think actually, am I right in saying it's connected on the back of the VC and also to the desk here as well, so it's all one big structure. That's kind of amazing actually, and the pedal box down the bottom here as well, it's all DIY. So this is Mitch's sim rig. He says, this is my sim rig, I want you to roast the fuck out of me. Well, I'm not really a roasty boy, but I will say the mood lighting down here, I mean, like, I'm getting sort of like a seductive sim rig vibe. You know, again, you bring a partner back home and you go, hey girl, do you want to play F1 in the dimly lit room? But again, to be fair, I'm a big fan of just grabbing an actual car seat and smashing it down, because those things are comfy as fuck, man. 100%. I mean, this is kind of simultaneously cool and also just like messy. I'm not really sure how I feel about this just literal pile of stuff here to the right, including what looks like some sort of ratchet cable. Not quite sure what you're doing in your spare time, my guy. I'm trying to see if I can make out what else is in there, but I can't quite see from here. But big Honda fan, obviously. This guy's Twitter handle was literally 2008 Honda Civic. And I hate to break it to you, mate. I really do. That ain't a Civic. I can't even see this one. Again, nice. It looks like as well we've got a TV just in the background here. So this is again just someone's living room. But another DIY wooden rig. These things seem to be a lot more popular than they thought they would be, given how creaky I'd imagine they'd be there. And this, I think this is a button box of some sort, but it also looks like just a place to put your mobile phone. Just texting down the back straight of the Nordschleife. And it also runs off a laptop. Oh, look at this poor little thing. This poor little laptop, man. I know my face is in the way, but oh man. This is next level. I'll give you that. This is from Ash, who has dubbed this the cursed floor rig. We got any floor gang members down there? And you can see that Henry Hoover in the back, he's looking on. He's looking on and he is judging the setup big time. And the front door is right there. So imagine, right? You're doing your sim race and your partner goes to open the door to someone important. It's like, no, close the door, I'm racing. Don't let them see how I live. Oh man, yeah, I think this one is the winner so far. Just for Henry. Henry giving that side eye, man. I mean, this guy's asked me to roast his rig, but there's so much just green here that I can't even see what it is. I assume it's a Logitech something. I think that's a G920 or a G29 or a 23 or whatever the bloody hell they're calling them nowadays. Oh, there you go. So there you go. See, it's a lot better when you don't blind yourself with green light for some reason. Is this your setup when you're driving? Because no. See, this setup. This setup looks pretty sweet, but I don't know if there's some sort of psychology behind this. But the first thing I noticed was a large knob down the bottom there. That looks like it maybe wasn't intended to be a gear shifter. Maybe it came from an Ann Summers catalogue at some point, if you know what I mean. But also, I'm going to be that guy and say you spent all this money on what they're like shifting converter pedals down there, direct drive with all this cool stuff, and your FOV is jank. What is this? No, you do not sit that far back in real life. Fix your FOV! We got a massive old horn! Oh my. Oh, we've reached peak sim racer desk. As long as the wheel fits, it doesn't matter. Oh, here it is, boys. We've been waiting for it. We've been waiting. It's the ironing board table. Now we're proper. It's the original. It's the original wheel mounting device. And it works. Look, it works. Look at how like the dimensions are fine. The screen is like 45 years away and tiny, but otherwise, that's all you need. Ironing board. Another tyre. This is now apparently a sim racing trend that this guy's got a tyre and he's got his pedals mounted on that. instead. Is this like a new thing? Is this something that I've missed out on? Do I have to go and buy some tyres now for my rig? Oh. I think someone might have forgotten to have cleared their desk of things that shouldn't be on their desk in a video in this video. You should probably blur this. This rig has the vibe of, Mum, can we go to the Nürburgring? No, we have a Nürburgring at home. The Nürburgring at home. It looks like a decent rig though, but like it's just like, oh, let's decorate my room with racing memorabilia, and it's just this. It's like, okay, well, you like what you like. Well, this is probably the worst sim rig so far, given that it doesn't exist. Apparently, it's a heavy work in progress. Okay, good effort. Oh shit! Now we're talking. This is the real old school. I like someone's put a Ferrari logo on this as well. I wonder what the hell this even was. Okay, it looks like he's just driving through some intestines or something.
Things were sure different back in the day.
This just gives me anxiety. This gives me so much anxiety. So I'm not sure if I'm proud or disappointed with Mr. Heppo for the caption he's provided with this. Perfect for ironing out the biggest flaws in my driving technique. Also, I like that there are like goggles here, you know, the sim racing goggles, because obviously you need them to show everyone you're serious. Now this rig, I'm not sure who this belongs to. I think some terrible YouTuber, probably. Never really heard of them before though. But it looks alright. Got that Fanatec vibe on there. He's got a stream deck with half his stuff plugged in and half his stuff mapped, because obviously he's a bad streamer. But I look at this and I think to myself, this is what like a streamer setup looks like. And then I look at my setup, which is just wires and a rig, and think, am I even any good at what I do? I need to actually ask Jared about getting some of this foam and how he set it up to make it look nice, because this actually looks pretty damn tight. So many cameras and all these rigs, man. It's quite voyeuristic, really, isn't it? I guess that's just the sim racing streamer. But again, like, just so much mood lighting. I never understand this. I think it's for the stream, I guess, to make the stream look all sort of nice and mysterious. But I don't know. It feels so common nowadays when you have like these nice big lights everywhere that it just, I don't know. You're just another streamer, Ricardo. All right, you're just another one. Who are you? Just another streamer. I'm joking, man. I like your content. And we're going to end off the video, I think, with this sim rig, because James here has very nicely provided his iRacing card. Over 7,000 iRating on a rig that looks like this. It just kind of goes to show that you don't need to be, you don't need to have a crazy massive rig. You don't need to have stupid direct drive wheels, stupid carbon seats, any of that stuff. Because as long as you're talented, that talent will shine through regardless of what you're using, especially if you have these pedals. But my god, man, please. But yeah, that was our Twitter rigs. Hope you very much enjoyed seeing some more cursed and not so cursed sim rigs. If you did, feel free to tap that like button. You can subscribe as well. And we still have a lot more rigs to go through, so depending if you're still enjoying seeing this sort of video, maybe it'll even be a part 3, haven't quite decided yet, but yeah, it's definitely on the cards. As always, a massive thank you to my channel members and to the patrons who support my content and allow me to do silly stuff like this. Take care, have an awesome day, I'll see you all next time.